So as you can see here, this is a residential area with, and I don't know if you can hear it, there's a fair amount of traffic going by. And we're leading into stairs. Oh, I love how that lights up. And you can see 4 steps into the park. It's like this amazing forest. And you can see Lake Washington through the trees. It's just gorgeous. The reason I am filming this is to show you, I guess it's sort of a latest trend or maybe a cultural thing. I'm going to try to walk while I record here, called forest bathing. And I just love this area. It's literally walking distance from my home. So I'm in the city, but not. And I love this choose your own adventure. The trail goes this way, or it goes this way. Which way shall we go? I think we'll choose this way. Another interesting thing that I learned today. Oh, and I've already lost his name. Is it Jeff Means? Michael Means? Something Means. There's another fork in the road, by the way. I'm just going to keep going right. I'm going to make that my rule for today. Just keep going right. So this guy, Mr. Means, he's got this 90-minute video that I have not fully absorbed yet, but one of his messages is about concentration of anything is just a bad thing, which to me it pairs with the saying everything in moderation, right? Including moderation. But Mr. Means, his example, he said even a good thing like what we think is a good thing is the forest. It's a concentration of trees, right? All the trees grow up to be these really tall things that are struggling to get light, right? Sustenance from the light. As you can see here, really tall trees. We're going to keep walking. And he asks, what's the first thing you smell when you go into a forest? And of course, he's the only one in the video, so he's answering himself. He basically says the first thing you smell when you go into a forest is rot or decay. Decay, I think, is the word he actually used. Which I think is really interesting. Whew, it really is a season of spiders. I just walked through 2 spider webs. Whew, fun. Back to decay. I'm not even really sure what he means by that because I've never actually walked into a forest and smelled decay or thought to myself, hey, I'm smelling decay. But there you have it. He seems to think that that's what's going on because there's too much of a concentration of trees in one place. So he actually thinks that it's a bad thing. I actually came upon a guy once when I was walking down here, and he was doing, I think it was Tai Chi in the middle of one of the pathways. And I've always thought that that would be a fun thing to do. Well, not just fun, but sort of spiritual or relaxing, stress relieving, what have you. Just like the idea of it. This is a foresty, secluded kind of area that I wonder if... I think that some people think it's not very safe to walk through here. Certainly wouldn't come down here after dark, that's for sure. That's one of the signs that I don't completely think of this as the wilderness, although there are some parts of the actual wilderness that I wouldn't be in after dark for very different reasons. Oh, spider web. I don't want to walk through you, spider. I don't think you can even see the spider. It is right there. It is. Can you see it moving? It's on its web. Do I walk through it? Yeah, we're going to walk through this. Ah! I do not have a fear of spiders. I do not have a fear of spiders. too. Whew. Okay, Spidey. I'm gonna drop you over there. Let you make another web somewhere else that's not in the path. Phew. Now, if I sit still long enough, you can see sort of the greens, the brilliant greens that are coming through, and sort of the sunlight that's hitting the very top of the trees. I just love that. Nature's art. And the air here is a bit muggy, but still just love being outdoors. And, you know, plants release oxygen. So can you imagine the magnified effects of the oxygen here compared to, say, plants in an office? In fact, I wonder, there's another option, but I'm going to keep going this way. I guess I've changed my rule to only turning left. Wonder if there's an option for finding a way to make this my office. The reason I hesitated is because I was reading this pesticide application. So, interesting. That explains why this tree had this done to it. It wasn't just vandalism. That's really sad. There's another one up here as well. Here's a rhododendron plant that has seen better days, but you know, it's still going. I don't know if people know that the rhododendron is the state flower. I think the big reason it sticks in my brain is because my parents had a rhododendron bush at our house while I was growing up. We ended up leaving it behind when we sold our house and moved, but it was pretty. I loved the flowers that bloomed in it. Apparently came from my grandparents' house up in Marysville, and grew pretty well where we were in our house, but then we moved to a desert area, and it wasn't going to live, so we didn't transplant it. We just left it behind for the people who bought the place. Some friends last year, we did a foraging walk down here. It only ended up being the three of us, but we did walk down here and sort of check out how the water flows along the soil here. Cord, get out of the way. And picked a few berries and just explored the area a bit. Just gorgeous.